Alright, I have 4 quick tips to help us get out of living paycheck to paycheck, but please stay until the end because I have a question for you, and I would love it if you would help me out in the comments. So number 1 is having a no-spend month. It is pretty straightforward. Just do not spend any money on anything that is not a necessity. Just for 1 month, this forces us to save something. And we could put all that into a high-yield savings account, start developing our emergency fund. My boss actually does this at the beginning of every year, not only to just help out with bills, but also to kind of get more of an idea of how everything is going to play out because she gets a lot of her money in tips. So yeah, it might sound kind of crazy, but there are people actually doing this, and I can tell you from experience, it is really not a bad idea. It is like a reset button for your spending habits. We often spend without thinking, just on autopilot. But a no-spend month, it makes us pause. It makes us evaluate every single purchase. Is this a need or a want? Sometimes we just buy things out of habit, or because we are bored, or because everyone else is doing it. But when you commit to not spending, you suddenly realize how many of those purchases are actually unnecessary. It is a powerful way to see where your money really goes, and once you see it, you can start to redirect it. It is like, think about it, that daily coffee, those impulse buys at the grocery store, that new gadget you thought you needed. They all add up, and a no-spend month just shines a spotlight on those habits, giving you the power to change them. It is not about suffering. It is about being intentional, about consciously choosing where your money goes. It is about building a foundation of awareness, which is really the first step to any kind of financial well-being. And honestly, the feeling of accomplishment at the end of that month. Knowing you saved all that money, it is incredibly motivating. It is a gentle push towards financial discipline without feeling like a punishment. It is like decluttering your financial life, getting rid of the excess so you can focus on what truly matters, and it is a great way to start building that emergency fund, which is so crucial for peace of mind, knowing you have a little buffer for those unexpected moments. It just makes everything feel a little bit more stable, a little bit more calm. And that, to me, is what gentle financial management is all about. It is about smoothing out the bumps, not creating more. Number 2 on the list is setting up an automatic savings plan. So as soon as you get your check, a portion of your money will immediately go to savings. This will help curb lifestyle inflation, and it will really just help you practice living with less money. In a similar vein to that, you could also try setting up an Acorns account. I have never used them, so I cannot say they work or not for certain. But you could try them, or maybe another company like them, to just invest extra money as you are spending it. So you will at least be saving something again without really putting too much thought into it. This one, it is about making saving effortless. It is about taking yourself out of the equation. Because let us be honest, if the money is sitting in our checking account, it is so tempting to spend it, right? We see it, we want to use it. It is human nature, but when it is automatically transferred to savings before you even see it, it is like it never existed in your spending budget. It is out of sight, out of mind. And that is a powerful thing. It is like having an invisible helper diligently working for you behind the scenes, every single payday, consistently, without fail. And that consistency, that is where the magic happens. Over time, those small automatic transfers, they really start to accumulate. It is like planting a tiny seed and watching it grow into a strong tree, slowly, steadily, and without you having to constantly water it yourself. It is about building a habit without even realizing you are building it. A gentle way to ensure your future self is taken care of, and preventing lifestyle inflation, that is a huge benefit here, because as our income grows, there is this natural tendency to just expand our spending to match it, to upgrade everything, the car, the house, the clothes, the dining out, and suddenly, even with more money, we still feel like we are just treading water because our expenses have simply risen to meet our new income. But with automatic savings, you are essentially pre-committing a portion of that raise to your future. So you are enjoying the benefits of increased income, yes, but you are also building true wealth. You are not just maintaining the status quo, you are moving forward gently. Consistently, it is about making conscious choices about your money, rather than letting your money make choices for you. And that, my friend, is true freedom. It is about empowering yourself gently, step by step, towards a more secure future. It is like building a little financial fortress, brick by brick, without even feeling the effort. It is peace of mind delivered directly to your savings account every single payday. Number 3, the killer of a lot of people: do not be a victim to lifestyle inflation. Just because you make more money does not mean you need to spend more money. It is that simple. This one, it really hits home for a lot of us, myself included. It is so easy to fall into this trap. We work hard, we get a raise, we feel like we deserve to treat ourselves. And yes, we do to some extent, but there is a fine line between a well-deserved treat and a complete overhaul of our spending habits. It is like, imagine you are walking a path, and suddenly the path gets wider. There is more space, and the natural inclination is to just fill that space, to expand into it. But sometimes, the wisest thing to do is to keep walking on the same gentle path, just with a bit more comfort, not necessarily with more stuff. It is about understanding that true contentment, it does not come from endlessly accumulating possessions. It comes from peace, from security, from knowing you are building something meaningful for your future. Not just living for the immediate gratification. It is like, think of it this way. When you avoid lifestyle inflation, you are essentially giving yourself a raise that you do not spend. You are choosing to keep more of your hard-earned money to put it towards goals that truly matter to you. Whether that is a down payment on a home, early retirement, or just the peace of mind of a robust emergency fund. It is about recognizing that your happiness is not directly proportional to the amount of things you own. In fact, sometimes, more stuff just means more stress, more maintenance, more clutter. It is about making a conscious choice to live below your means, not because you are struggling, but because you are smart, because you are gentle with your future self. It is about finding joy in simplicity, in experiences, in relationships, rather than in endless consumption. It is a powerful shift in mindset from always wanting more to appreciating what you have and building wisely for what is to come. It is about creating a cushion, a buffer, so that when life inevitably throws a curveball, you are not caught off guard. You have the financial resilience to handle it, gently, without panic. And that, my friend, is a much deeper, more fulfilling form of wealth than any luxury item could ever provide. It is about having options, about having control, about living a life that is truly aligned with your values, not just keeping up with the perceived expectations of others. It is a gentle rebellion against the consumerist culture, a quiet statement that your financial well-being is more important than fleeting trends. Number 4, pay off your debt. I know I made that sound simple, and I am not trying to diminish your problems or anything, but not everyone goes as hard as they should be or could be. In regards to paying off their debt, both the snowball method and the avalanche method work really well. I prefer the avalanche method. You could just look into those and try those out. Debt. It is like a heavy blanket. It just weighs us down. It creates this subtle hum of anxiety in the background of our lives. Even when we are not actively thinking about it, it is there, gently pulling at our peace of mind and paying it off. It is like shedding that weight. It is like taking a deep, cleansing breath. It is about reclaiming your financial freedom. One payment at a time. It is not about judging anyone for having debt, because honestly, most of us have been there or are still there. It is a part of navigating adult life for many people, but it is about recognizing the power you have to change your situation, to gently untangle yourself from those financial obligations. The snowball method and the avalanche method. They are just tools, gentle guides to help you on this journey. The snowball method. It focuses on psychological wins, paying off the smallest debts first, giving you that boost of motivation to keep going. It is like seeing little victories along the way, which can be incredibly encouraging, especially when you are feeling overwhelmed. It is a gentle nudge to keep pushing forward. Then there is the avalanche method, which is more about saving money on interest by tackling the debts with the highest interest rates first. It is a more mathematically efficient approach, but it might take a little longer to see those debts completely disappear. So you have to decide which approach feels more aligned with your own journey, which one feels more gentle, more sustainable for you, because ultimately it is about consistency. It is about making a plan and sticking to it. Gently, patiently, it is like tending to a garden. You do not pull up all the weeds at once. You work on it steadily, little by little, until it is beautiful and thriving, and paying off debt is very much like that. It is about systematically dismantling those financial burdens, giving yourself space to breathe, to grow, to build something truly solid. It is about stopping the outflow of your hard-earned money to interest payments and redirecting that money back into your own life, into your own future. It is a powerful act of self-care, of self-respect. It is about building a foundation of financial health that will serve you for years to come, gently, patiently, one step at a time, and the feeling of being debt-free, that, my friend, is an unparalleled sense of peace. It is like the sun breaking through the clouds after a long storm. Pure relief, pure freedom. So obviously, I cannot make an end-all be-all video that caters to everyone. I just wanted to make a quick video to give some tips. But as much as it may suck to hear, and I am not trying to be mean when I say this, but a lot of people know exactly how to get out of their cycle, but they just choose not to. And for me, I think you've just really got to pick your poison, either live semi-comfortable paycheck to paycheck or live pretty crappy for a little while in order to get ahead. But I know some people might actually be struggling, and for the portion of people who honestly and wholeheartedly are trying their best, and just simply maybe do not make enough, good luck. I am rooting for you. It is like this journey. It is deeply personal, and what works for one person might not work for another, and that is completely okay. There is no one size fits all answer here. It is about finding your own gentle path, your own rhythm, your own way of navigating these waters. And sometimes it is not about knowing what to do, but about finding the courage, the gentle push, to actually start doing it. It is about moving from intention to action, gently, consistently, and yes, there will be moments that feel uncomfortable, moments where you have to make choices that are not immediately gratifying, but those are the moments where true growth happens, where true resilience is built. It is like a gentle workout for your financial muscles. They get stronger with each thoughtful decision, with each small step forward. And for those who are truly struggling, who are doing everything they can and still feel like they are barely treading water, please know that you are seen, you are heard. And I am sending you all the positive energy and support. Sometimes the system itself can feel overwhelming, and it is not always about individual choices. Sometimes external factors play a huge role. But even in those challenging circumstances, focusing on what you can control, however small, can bring a sense of agency, a sense of gentle empowerment. It is about finding those tiny pockets of peace, those small wins, and building on them gently, day by day. It is about self-compassion, not self-blame. It is about understanding that this is a marathon, not a sprint, and every step, no matter how small, counts. It is about celebrating progress, not just perfection, and about reminding ourselves that we are all just trying our best, gently navigating this complex world. So that pretty much wraps up the paycheck to paycheck portion. But now, I have a question for you. So let us move on to the next part of this video. When I started making this video, my plan was to put it into a short, and really with my channel, I plan to make a lot of shorts just to help explain some things. Like in one of my videos, I talked about expense ratio and things like that. Like I planned on using shorts to just help do like quick little lessons, like what is expense ratio? What does PE mean? Things like that. But when I was recording this video, because I wanted to make a quick video about getting out of living paycheck to paycheck, because I did not really want to waste you guys' time, I was recording and just really did not like it that much. I was speaking really fast. The video felt rushed. I felt robotic, like I was just speaking off a script and had no emotions or anything. I could not really give any examples of things or relate it to myself. And honestly, I sat in my bed thinking for like 10 minutes and I did not even know if I wanted to do it or not, because I do not know if shorts are on brand with this style of video, you know, like the old Call of Duty commentaries. But yeah, just let me know what you guys feel about that if anyone ends up watching this. I do not want to make you guys feel like I am betraying you or anything, but I would love to give out, quick little tips on things. What do these things mean? How does this do this? Whatever. Just so I am not really wasting time for the sake of making a long form video when I could just explain something quickly. You know what I mean? So just let me know. Maybe we could start making some shorts. Maybe not. I do not know. It is all up to y'all. It is about finding the right way to connect, the right way to share these gentle insights, because sometimes a quick, digestible piece of information, it can be incredibly powerful. It can be the spark that ignites a new understanding, a new gentle approach to something. And that is what I am aiming for here, to share knowledge in a way that feels authentic, that feels like a conversation with a friend, not a lecture. So your input on this, it is really valuable to me. It helps me understand how we can best navigate this together, how we can continue to build this community of gentle financial explorers. It is about making sure that the content resonates with you, that it truly helps you on your journey.